Hello everyone and welcome to the December 2017 webinar, Cucumber and Parsley Oxygen Treatment. I am Suzanne Lohr, I'm the National Educator with Alika Organic Skincare. Let's get started. One of our most popular signature offerings is our Cucumber and Parsley Oxygen Treatment. Our Oxygenating Lightening Facial is great for all skin types, especially hyperpigmentation, chloasma, age spots, even acne scarring. This facial is best when done in a series and combined with proper home care regimen to help reduce discoloration for an even tone. This is a great service to offer to address several skin concerns, but it is important to use the products correctly in order to get the best results. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, why would we want to use oxygen in a facial? Everyday pollution contributes to a deficiency of oxygen in our skin. Pollution includes environmental factors like smoking, air pollution, sun damage, etc. Things like a poor diet, no exercise, not enough sleep. These can also contribute to a type of polluting our skin. An oxygen facial helps to reverse the effects of these toxins and helps to rejuvenate the skin and stimulate cell turnover. Oxygen stimulates healing and promotes circulation, resulting in an improved complexion. Replenishing oxygen in our skin can firm the skin and smooth out wrinkles to restore a more youthful appearance to our face. When combined with a nutrient-rich healing at-home care, oxygen facials can really help to contribute to a healthier complexion and skin that looks and feels more youthful. Alika Organic Skincare's Cucumber and Parsley Oxygen Treatment is a two-part mask that when blended together creates a beautiful oxygenating effect. The Cucumber and Parsley Gel Mask, which can be used by itself to calm and soothe the skin after an intense treatment, contains cucumber, parsley, vitamins B2 and C, as well as honey. Cucumber is very cooling and soothing, while parsley is a great source of vitamin C. The vitamin C in parsley helps to fight off free radical damage, while beta-carotene helps encourage skin repair. Vitamin B2 is known as a super anti-aging nutrient, which helps skin to heal rosacea, acne, dermatitis, sun damage, dryness, and hyperpigmentation. Honey is an antibacterial and it contains antioxidants, and it's also very hydrating for our skin. When this gel mask is blended with our mix-in powder, which is a potato starch with extra vitamin C, the mask becomes frothy and it bubbles, releasing oxygen into the skin. Apply the mask immediately after mixing and cover with a dampened gauze. You may remove the mask after an effective period of 15 to 20 minutes. Now, one of my personal favorite ways to enhance this treatment is to add the layer of Hungarian paprika gel treatment on top of the blended mask. Hungarian paprika gel will stimulate the circulation for increased absorption of the nutrients and achieve deeper penetration. Because of the occlusive nature of the Hungarian paprika gel treatment, layering it on top also helps to direct oxygen into the skin. Now, last week I recorded myself experiencing this treatment, and we're going to go ahead and play this video to show you all how well this treatment really works. Hi, it's Suzanne. We are going to do our Cucumber and Parsley Oxygenating Treatment today, and I'm using myself as a model. I've already cleansed and exfoliated my skin today, so you can see I don't have any makeup on, which is always a little bit scary, but I just wanted to get started on those steps to advance this video just a little bit. So we are going to start with the Cucumber and Parsley Oxygenating Treatment. This is all my favorite facial treatments, but a lot of people have trouble understanding how to mix it together, when to apply, and things like that. So that's what we're going to go through today. When we are mixing the Cucumber and Parsley Oxygenating Treatment, we do have the two parts. We have the Cucumber and Parsley Oxygen Gel Mask, and then we have the mix-in powder. So we want to make sure that we're blending them immediately before application to the skin. So we're going to put those together now, and I want to show you, if I can figure out how to show it well on this camera here, how this is going to look. So we do 1 part of gel mask, two parts of gel mask to 1 part of the oxygenating powder. So I've got 1 teaspoon here of gel mask. We're going to put that in our bowl here. And then we're going to do half a teaspoon of the oxygenating powder. So just a little half teaspoon. I don't necessarily recommend that you have to measure it every time that you use it, but until you really get used to looking at it and determining how much is 2 parts to 1 part, it's a lot easier if you just measure them out with measuring spoons. So right now I've got this kind of powdery mix going on here, and we're going to blend it together. And when we blend it, you saw that that gel mask before was just your average regular gel texture. I'm going to scoot up just a little bit because I'm a little bit short. I don't think you can see what I'm doing all that terribly well. So now that we have this mask blended together, I will show you, it kind of gives a little bit more of a frothy appearance. It does have a little bit of bubbling action going on, but it's definitely almost foamy in the texture right now. So frothy, I think, is the best way to describe that. So we're going to take this gorgeous little mixture, and we're going to blend this evenly over my face. Some people like to use brushes for this step. I don't like brushes for a couple of reasons. One, I believe that this feels a little more of the organic experience to just use our hands for our guests. But two, it's one less thing that you have to clean later. So I don't usually use brushes when I'm applying my mask and my treatment because I don't want to have to deal with cleaning up so much stuff. Oftentimes you will notice, too, that when you use brushes, a lot of the products can remain in the brush, and that's just wasteful. I don't like to rinse any of my product down the drain. So we're taking this nice blended mixture here, and we're just applying it all over. Now this is the oxygenating treatment here. And what's happening is I can feel some nice little light bubbling action going on. It's not tingly or anything like that, but you can feel that oxygenation and that bubbling. Now what I'm going to do to really enhance this treatment for myself, because I've done this before and I know my skin loves the Hungarian paprika, I'm going to layer some Hungarian paprika on top of this treatment. So we're just going to get about 3/4 of a teaspoon. I'm not measuring this one. And we're just going to put a little bit of this, and we're going to rub it right over the top of the we're going to rub it right over the top of the cucumber parsley oxygen blend. Now, you'll notice that I blended the mask immediately before I applied it. I didn't blend it together before the video, and the reason for that is you want to use it immediately when you start with that oxygenating effect. You want to be able to put it on right away. If you blend it too early, those oxygen bubbles are going to go away and disappear into the air, and you're wasting your product, and we don't want it. And I am putting this on looking into the recording, which is opposite of looking into a mirror. So I'm sorry if I was a little off. All right. I'm applying the Hungarian paprika gel treatment evenly, avoiding my eye area, of course, because it's a little too intense for that thin, delicate eye area. In the treatment room, I like to continue services down the neck and the décolleté. Depends on how you do it in your facial treatments, if you're covering the whole area or if the décolleté is an additional service. But obviously, you'd need to increase your amount a little bit if we're going to go on the neck and the décolleté as well. Ideally, we want to leave this combination on for 15 to 20 minutes. After probably close to the 10-minute mark, this is going to feel really hot because I have the Hungarian paprika gel treatment on. This is going to really increase my circulation. It's helping my skin to more readily absorb the oxygenation that is coming from the cucumber and parsley oxygen treatment. Once I hit the 10-minute or so mark, it should start cooling down a little bit. So it's going to get nice and warm in the meantime, and then it's going to cool down a little bit. So I've got a few minutes to kill here, so I guess I'll just goof off on my phone, check out Facebook for a little bit, and check in a couple of minutes and see how my skin's looking. It's been about 4 minutes now that I've had this treatment on, and you can see that my skin is starting to get a little bit pink in some areas, and that is really that great increase in circulation from the Hungarian paprika gel treatment that we layered on top of this oxygenation. Now, you don't have to do the service with the Hungarian paprika gel treatment on top. You can do just the cucumber and parsley blend and leave that on for 15 to 20 minutes, and that is just fine. It's a wonderful treatment that way. I like to enhance it with the Hungarian paprika on top because, one, we're amping up my circulation, so I'm more readily absorbing this oxygenation that's coming from the treatment mask. Two, the Hungarian paprika gel treatment is a thicker, occlusive gel that helps to seal in that oxygenation and keep those bubbles from disappearing out into the world. I'm not losing that oxygenation into the room. Everything is being forced down into my skin with this Hungarian paprika. It may be a little bit hot for some people. Right now on a scale from 1 to 10, the heat, it's probably about a 4 or 5. It's not super intense. But you can even see where I got some of it here on my neck, how pink my neck is getting. So we'll check back in with me in a few more minutes. Checking back in with me. We are now at the 9-minute mark. You can definitely see a difference in the coloration of my skin. My skin is feeling amazing. It is feeling really warm. Before I think around a 5 on the heat scale. I'm about an 8 or a 9 right now. It's pretty warm. Not uncomfortable. It's not hot and it's not burning. It's just very, very warm. And I'm enjoying it. I think my skin's going to look amazing here in a little bit. See you in a few minutes. The treatment has been on now for 13 minutes. I'm still pretty red, but the heat has definitely started to calm down. I'm probably back down to about a 5 or a 6 on the 1 to 10 heat scale. My skin is feeling so good so far, so I'm anxious to see how much of a nice rosy glow I'm going to have. One thing I want to point out is that a lot of people do like to put a dampened gauze mask over this treatment to keep it moist during the affecting period, and that is wonderful. It's a great way to use the treatment. I chose not to do that for this particular video because I think it's a little difficult for my audience to see what my skin would look like as far as the heat and the redness goes if I had that gauze mask covering it. So that's why I didn't do a gauze during this session, if that's something that anybody's wondering. So we will be taking this off in probably another 5 or so minutes. Anxious to see how great my skin's going to look. See you in a few. Welcome back. It's been about 18 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start the removal. One thing that I do want to point out, when you are removing something with Hungarian paprika gel treatment on it, this treatment is warm. The skin has gotten very, very warm. At one point, I was close to a 10 on the scale. It's now cooled down. I'm probably about a 3 by now, even though it's still nice and pink. But my skin doesn't need to be heated back up again. So when you're removing treatments like this with the Hungarian paprika on top, be sure to use either a cool towel or even a room temperature towel rather than a heated steam towel. That's way too much. It's going to be very uncomfortable. Start taking this off. See how gorgeous my skin is going to look. You can see I still have a lot of the pinking, the redness from the Hungarian paprika. But my skin feels really good. It feels very, very hydrated. It feels very refreshed. One of the things that we want to do after this treatment, especially if your guest's skin is still nice and pink like mine, we want to do some things to kind of bring that redness down a smidge before they leave our treatment room. Unless they've had this done before and they know how red they're going to be, and that's okay. But doing a cooling mask after this, for me, my dry skin, I would do probably my Keratin Essentials Rich Mask, calm my skin back down a little bit, and add in some hydration. But the Rose Hip Gel Mask is one of our absolute favorites for this sort of a cooling treatment. So let's see. It looks like I've got all this mask off. You can see that my skin still has a lot of nice pink, healthy glow to it. And here in about 15 or 20 minutes when that even calms down, it's going to look so beautiful and so refreshed. But it feels plumped, it feels healthy, it feels hydrated. It absolutely is a wonderful treatment. If you haven't tried this one on yourself, I absolutely encourage you to try it on yourself before you experience it with a guest. And that way you can kind of let them know what to expect and how you feel about it. After we do a second mask to calm this down, again, either your rose hip or keratin essentials or even the hyaluronic timorese complex is lovely after this. Once we kind of calm and soothe the skin a little bit, then we begin the hydration portion of our facial where we're going to apply an appropriate serum, our eye cream, and our moisturizer. Of course, our sun protectant afterwards, we would use our tomato face and body moisturizer for exposed skin on top of this. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some awesome hydration. I have hydrated. I add a little bit of a lip balm because my lips are getting dry on me. But you can see my skin has calmed down. That rosiness or the redness is really, really diminished. But I still have a nice healthy glow to my skin. My skin looks very refreshed, nice and plumped, feels very hydrated. It feels absolutely wonderful. I don't know. Maybe I'll face the day without makeup today. We'll see how it goes. Thank you for watching. All right, so we saw that video of the application of the cucumber and parsley oxygen treatment with the Hungarian paprika gel treatment layered on top, just to kind of show my before and afters there. Unfortunately, I don't think the lighting in my office is quite perfect enough to really show how great my skin looked, but I think it looks pretty darn good in that second picture. And when I was walking around the office after I had done this treatment, everybody was commenting on how great my skin looked. So again, if you have not tried this service on yourself, absolutely recommend you give it a shot because it is wonderful and is a great treatment to use. One thing that's fantastic about this service is this is a back bar treatment only. These are not products that are available in retail, which makes it a fantastic option to offer in your treatment room. Now, because of the cost of this treatment, it's important to either list the service as its own specialty facial or charge for an upgrade of a basic service when this is added. And speaking of upgrades or upselling, I've realized working with estheticians across the country, there are many of us who are not comfortable with upgrading a service for a guest. Our clients book a basic facial and that's what they get, regardless of the options that may be more appropriate for our clients. I think it's important for us to remember that we are the experts and it is up to us to recommend treatments that may be better suited for our guests. Many times they don't know what their skin needs or they're not familiar with our menu terms, so they book a basic or even a beginner type of a facial because it's the safest bet. If they want to see real results with their treatment and get the best facial options for their needs, it's up to us to educate them. In our consultation, we should be asking why our guest is in for their facial. Are they hoping to address a particular skin condition? Do they need advice? Has their skin been changing? Are they experiencing new issues and they're not quite sure how to address them? Understanding what they're hoping for with their service is crucial for us to know how to deliver the best treatment for them and make recommendations other than our very basic facial. If they're concerned with dark spots or fine lines or acne, they're not going to be satisfied with the results that they get from a basic facial. And frankly, they're wasting their money. We need to be able to explain to them what the differences are in our treatments and why we think something else may be more appropriate. If they want to go with a specialty service, they will be happier with the results. If they choose to stick with their basic option, they may not be as happy, but at least we've done our best to educate them so that maybe next time they'll try something different. We have to believe in what we can do as estheticians. We have to believe in the efficacy of our products and have faith in our education and our skills to consider ourselves to be qualified professionals. We want to make sure that our guests experience the greatest results that they possibly can while they're in our service. Our job is to educate our customers with their skin's needs and to teach them about how we can best customize a regimen to fix their concerns. Be confident in your abilities. Be thorough in your explanations, and your guests will consider their options and determine how they wish to spend their time with you. That's all you need to remember to be able to upgrade your services which helps bring in more money to you in the spa and truly more satisfaction for your clients. We need to have confidence in ourselves, and our guests will have confidence in us. And the most beautiful thing a woman can wear is confidence. Alico Organic Skincare's amazing cucumber and parsley oxygen treatment helps to soothe, combat hyperpigmentation, and help heal damaged skin. When used properly, the treatment in a series and combined with proper home care, our guests will be very happy with their beautiful skin. If brightening their complexion and diminishing hyperpigmentation are their goals, they need to bring home our brightening serum and brightening cream for face, hands, and body. Lemon cleansing milk and nettle exfoliating wash coordinate well with the lightening products because they contain tone evening lemon. Apple and lemon whipped moisturizer is a great option for our oilier clients, while we recommend our Stonecrop whipped moisturizer for our combination to drier guests. Your guests may need other benefits from their home care. Remember, it's best to maximize their routine. So if they would be better off, for instance, with our hyaluronic Thymerase complex moisturizer or grape stem cell solutions, you need to be confident in your recommendations and be able to explain your suggestions to your guests. Thank you for watching today. I hope this was helpful for you. Please do try the cucumber and parsley oxygen treatment on yourself if you haven't yet experienced it. Thank you for partnering with Alico Organic Skincare, and remember to always live beautifully.